Oh, the banks of the Delaware River. It's time for some Postlim action. How about that, huh? Cage Fury Fighting Championships 101. We already had a banging main card over on UFC Fight Pass. Parks Casino, Philadelphia, PA, playing host to us once again. Beautiful venue in here, the Excite Center. Got excited earlier over on UFC Fight Pass. And now we're going to keep it going right here on Facebook and YouTube. CFFC 101. We've got 5 more fights coming to you. I mean, if you want to turn over to the UFC, you could. But you got John Morgan and CM Punk here. I'm just going to recommend you stay right here.
Who's doing commentary for UFC right now?
Not John Morgan and CM Punk, I can tell you that.
Probably like Paul Felder or something like that, which would be a good excuse as to why he's not here in his hometown to say hello to his friends.
All right, let's get things started in a catchweight matchup at 130 pounds. Jerry Leschi versus Kassan Trammel. Talented prospects here. Let's get it going. Kassan Trammel making his way to the cage, 27 years old. Made his amateur debut back in 2017. He is 1-0 here in CFFC's Next Gen division. That was back in July, scoring a split decision win over Nick Gebhard at CFFC 98. He now returns with a pretty quick turnaround, the quickest of his career in just 3 months. 1 knockout, 1 decision to his record thus far. And we are going to the Next Gen division, CM Punk. That means 2-minute rounds. You see, of course, the additional padding there as well on the legs. But the big key to me is always the fact that you got these 2-minute rounds. Yes, we have some different submission rules and what you can do in twisting leg locks and things like that. But the big thing is you got to go.
You got to go. And I mean, 2 minutes. You can do anything for 2 minutes, right?
I would think so.
That's what the coaches are going to tell these guys. But, yeah, it is a sprint. If you're still with us, if you watched Pumi Nakuto put on a clinic, you're not going to get those big feeling out rounds. The process of 2 fighters trying to get reads on their fighter, put something into the computer and figure out how to attack. You're going to get 2 guys that need to sprint and you need to go.
Thomas Vasello over there in the YouTube chat saying, "Let's go, Jerry." So he's cheering for the opponent as Kassan Trammel walks in. Let's meet Jerry, the man that Thomas Vasello is cheering for. He'd be referring to that man, Jerry Leschi. 2-0 thus far in his career, including 1-0 in the CFFC Next Gen division. He did fight in June, picking up a win on the New York regional scene. We saw him before here in the CFFC cage back in April. He also had a win over Nick Gebhard at CFFC 95 at 2300 Arena. Taking a look at the YouTube chat there. The last Stylebender's here watching. He's watching fights and he's watching some football too. So
I'm sure that's Izzy.
Shout out to Israel Adesanya, a big American football fan. You didn't know unless you tuned into the CFFC Postlims.
Big AEW fan as well.
Big All Elite Wrestling. Where can we see All Elite Wrestling? Wednesday nights? Friday nights?
Wednesday nights, 8 Eastern on TBS, TNT.
You didn't even know I was going to set you up for that plug. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for our first Postlim action of the afternoon. Catchweight bout. Can you see the youngster, Jerry there, just 21 years old. Kassan, not that much older, 27. Both of them talented prospects. Let's take it up to Dr. David Sarn to get things started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout of the afternoon is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds at a catch weight of 130 pounds. This bout has been sponsored by Reload Meal Prep. Now, standing to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 135.2 pounds, fighting for Tri-State Kickboxing out of Fairless Hills, PA, Kassan Trammel. Now, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in 129.6 pounds, fighting for Dante Rivera BJJ out of Howell, New Jersey, Jerry Leschi. Referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Gasper Papichulo Oliver.
Papi Chulo. Get a little casual here on the Postlims.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, Jerry Leschi inside right away on the takedown.
Yeah, big overhand right attempted by Trammel. Level change by Leschi.
Well, listen, we said you got to go, and he went right away, immediate takedown. I'm talking about opening seconds on top and now walking the action to the fence. You hear the booming voice of Dante Rivera over there in the corner.
Is that who that is? He's very happy with Leschi right now. Now can we, yeah, there we go.
So ground and pound to the body available, not to the head, so that kind of limits what your options are.
This is why we say that they gotta be sprints. You gotta go. You don't have a lot of time to work.
Big strikes to the body there as he works. Take a look there at Dante Rivera.
Look at that ear and chewed on. Asking for elbows to the body. What a mean individual. I love it.
One of the most recognizable figures here in this area. Longtime veteran of the sport, now running a very successful fight team here as well. And you can see Jerry Leschi representing that team right now, posturing up, looking to stretch past the legs, but Trammel working for the sweep. Hooking the leg right there. Can't do a twisting leg lock.
Right in front of us, Jerry Leschi asking for how much time is left, and his coach says, don't worry about the time. Oh, we're going for a knee bar here.
Can go for a straight knee bar.
Look how relaxed Leschi is. He's just like, yeah, whatever. He's almost having an argument with his coach.
Big shots to the body here. Look at this. Just big straight right hands to the gut. Wow, look at that. Confident round one.
A very good first round from Jerry Leschi, and we'll show you why. It all started with a huge takedown off a level change, right underneath a big right hand thrown by Trammel. I'm sorry, it was a left. Either way, it didn't connect. Good eyes on Jerry Leschi, and you see right here the loving hug of an attempted knee bar. And he's having a conversation with his coach, Dante Rivera, right here.
Incredible how relaxed he was in there. I mean, listen, I know he's in a very dominant position at that point, but to be sitting up in the middle of a fist fight and having a conversation, unbelievable.
I think he wanted that knee bar, and I think Dante was just telling him to punish him to the body. So he did what his coach told him to be a good fighter.
Like, what? I have the knee bar right here. Can you not see it? Kassan Trammel going to need to change things in round two. You see the intensity on his face. He's going to want to look for that early takedown. I think that took him a little bit by surprise in round one.
Absolutely.
That's an inside leg kick there. Oh, careful. Almost ducked into that one.
I mean, he did duck into that. Looks like it caught him in the collarbone now, not the face.
Oh, that is risky, but look at this big slam. He's going to throw it in his corner. Up against the cage, right in front of his coach, Dante Rivera. Wrap is on the neck, but of course he's going to switch out to the opposite side.
Listen, he's 2-0, but he just displays this wherewithal in the cage that's beyond his fights, right? You saw him scoop up Trammel. He looked for where his corner was. He looked for where his coach was, and then he made a run for it.
Slammed him against the cage. Trammel trying to stand up at this point. Dante Rivera.
All right, put your head in his face. Look at me, Bill. Seatbelt, hook the leg, pull him up, go to the seatbelt. He's going to give you the back.
This is great. This is fascinating to me. You know, just being able to listen to the coach. We're fortunate that it's Dante Rivera, so you know he knows what he's talking about. And just to watch the display of the synergy between a coach and his protege, right? The coach and his fighter. Watching Dante bark out commands and watching Jerry Leschi, you know, do what the coach is telling him to do. Tremendous.
Knee on belly, looking for that arm bar. Hassan rolled with it. Big punches on the feet there as they get back up. He said it's a sprint. Leschi's been doing that. He's going to try to elevate for another takedown here. Over to the side. Sweet little sweep there. Beautiful scramble.
Trammel almost had a crucifix there.
Final 10 seconds ticking off the clock here in round number 2. Another impressive round for Leschi. Trammel giving him all he can, but Leschi has looked very impressive thus far.
Interesting thing to note, I don't think we've discussed, both these guys have a win over the same opponent, Nick Gebhard.
Who we'll actually see in our next fight.
Love it! Next gen division in CFFC is where it's at, and this is why. See this big takedown again, you see him pick him up, he looks for his corner, he says, I'm coming for you, coach, here's a present for you. It's like when a cat kills a lizard in Florida and just brings it and puts it on your living room floor. Says, look what I've done. Nice attempt at an armbar right here, but Trammel's too good for that. Both men stand back up, throw some leather, and again, Jerry Leschi going to his bread and butter, where he scored big in the first 2 rounds here with the takedown.
Third and final round.
Third and final round. Jerry Leschi's been impressive. We'll say he nearly ducked into a couple of kicks, so he's got to be careful on the entry here. This time he got past the leg pretty easily.
Yeah, he did. It's a game of inches, right? Especially that first one in that second round. That one was a little bit... The wind was blowing a little bit in either direction. I think it was a huge KO.
Instead, Leschi right back on top here in round number 3. Aggressive. Doesn't have the benefit of being in his own corner this time, but he's in a dominant position once again. Trammel's certainly familiar with this spot.
Well, Trammel's in his corner, so maybe his coaches can give him the keys to victory here. Walk him through this.
Does a good job of adjusting, settling in the guard there. But again, it's Leschi once again in the dominant position. We take a look once more at Dante Rivera.
This is just a fundamental viewing of what it's like and why the next gen division is necessary. Just the experience both these guys are gaining and how you see and how you be able to feel when you're in the cage, when the rounds are longer, you know, being able to hear your coach. All of it's a great learning experience.
No question about it. The training partners that you have, the coaches that you have, continue to build so much talent up here in this area. And Jerry Leschi looking like he's another one of these to remember the name. Keep an eye on this one as he's final 10 seconds here of round number 3. It looks like he's going to cruise to a decision win, although he's going to grind until the very end, put the forearm on the neck, punch away till the end. I like to see that. You know you got the win, but go ahead and push to the end. He did exactly that, and now respect from these two. Great performance there, I think, from Jerry Leschi, who's going to move to 3-0 in his next-gen career. And playing to his fans over there as well. He brought a supportive crowd. Kid's got talent.
Tremendous performance.
Meanwhile, Trammel there learning lessons. That's what it's all about, though.
Gives him something to work on back at the gym.
That's what the lessons are all about. You know, you can learn a lot in practice, but it's moments like this where a guy like Trammel will really see what needs to be done. I mean, to his credit, came pretty close to getting a knockout on some of those entries.
Yeah.
Leschi's got to be a little careful of that, but he just got to this position over and over, Pong.
There's a little package here. This is from the first round. Huge takedown scored by Leschi. This was in the second round. Another big takedown. This is my favorite of the fight, I think. Just the wherewithal to find where his coach in his corner was. And here's a little bit more in that third round. A little bit less spectacular, but still gets the business done. Moves straight to full mount. Not a place you want to be. Here's a place you want to be, in the winner's circle.
Let's take it to our man, Dr. David Sarnoff, to get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have the belt 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated out of the red corner, Jerry Leschi.
Great performance there from Jerry Leschi, impressive. And does have talent, remains undefeated in his next-gen career. And hopefully we'll see more of him in this CFFC cage. Just a talented youngster with a little necklace there, huh? You gotta have a little bling in there.
They call it a chain.
Excellent work there, solid squad. Big work there from Jerry Leschi. I know some people were cheering for him here as they were watching it. They'll get to celebrate. Had a nice little cheering section as well.
Yeah, he's stoked. I think he's Albanian. I think that's what that flag is.
Well, let's carry on here. Flyweights are up next. It's a pair of fighters from New Jersey looking for their first wins. It's Blackwood's Nick Gebhard facing Linden's Dominic Robinson. A little bit of hold up there. I think we're still getting some of our fighters out of the cage. We had to clear that walkway so we can get our athletes from our next fight. Again, flyweight action here. 3 2-minute rounds. And here's your first fighter, Dominic Robinson. Making his debut tonight, 24 years old. Fighting out of Linden, New Jersey, which is about an hour northeast here of Parks Casino, just outside of Newark.
A lovely town.
You been there?
I've been everywhere, man.
I'm sure they did some indie show there in Linden, New Jersey.
I was being sarcastic, though.
I assumed. But I just never know. There's just such honesty in your voice that it's difficult for me to tell sometimes, Punk. Dominic Robinson, we'll see how he does in his debut. Confident as he stands in there. This will be his first time under the bright lights. And it's here in the CFFC cage in this beautiful Excite Center here at Parks Casino. Let's meet his opponent, Nick Gebhard. If you were paying attention earlier, you heard the name Nick Gebhard. He comes to us with an 0-2 record thus far, 25 years old, but we'll say in those 2 losses, it was a split decision loss to Trammel, who we just saw in our first fight back at CFFC 98. He suffered a decision loss to Jerry Leschi as well at CFFC 95. So we just saw 2 talented athletes in the cage. Gebhard came up short against both of them, but certainly they both look like talented athletes as well. Now Nick Gebhard is going to give it a 3rd shot to pick up his first victory.
He definitely wins the walkout song contest.
Solid.
Can't go wrong with Queen.
He'll have the advantage of the experience as well. Of course, Dominic Robinson making his debut, so this will be all new for him. We'll take a look at a tail of the tape for this flyweight matchup. Youngsters, 25 and 24 years old. You see Gebhard a little bit taller, and of course that experience. Hasn't tasted victory yet, but he knows what these nerves feel like. Robinson might not. We'll see how that plays out. Let's take it to Dr. David Sarnoff.
Today, this bout of the afternoon is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the CFFC flyweight division. This bout has been brought to us by Few Will Hunt. Now, standing to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 125.2 pounds, fighting for Bloomsburg MMA out of Linden, New Jersey, Dominic Big Papa Robinson.
Big Pop.
Now, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 124.6 pounds, fighting for American MMA and wrestling out of Blackwood, New Jersey, Nick Gebhard. Referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Keith Peterson.
Dominic Robinson, the black tights. Big Papa we've just discovered.
Yes.
I like that. Meanwhile, Nick Gebhard, gray and red there, seeking his first victory. Oh! Robinson in quickly on the takedown.
Got a guillotine here from Gebhard on top.
Trying to lock in that choke from the front position now. He's sprawled out. Looked like Robinson was deep on that takedown. Gebhardt did a good job controlling the neck. Now split away. Now he's going to punch away. Fast pace here to get things started. Once again, 2-minute rounds.
Yeah. Dominic Robinson just going for it.
Gebhardt dealing with it well right now. Sprawled against the fence, defending. Robinson just relentless on this takedown effort, but once again, Gebhardt trying to attack the neck as he defends.
Robinson still trying to go after this single leg. But man, Gebhardt just not letting go of that neck, and that's helping him defend those takedowns.
Beautiful snap down there, 1 minute left. This opening round's been a quick pace.
Look at him, Robinson still on that right leg. Switches to a double now.
Look at that, he's trying to drive through, slips around to the back.
Ah, nicely done.
Persistence pays off there for Dominic Robinson.
Robinson now picking up the leg. I'm sorry, Gebhardt picking up the leg of Robinson. It's easy for me to say these things.
We used all of our energy on the main card, it's okay. See Robinson there, kind of now the one exposing his back. Gebhardt was in a bad position there briefly, but has now worked himself to a much better one. Can't quite get the choke in, so he's going to punch the body.
Some great back and forth action here in this first round.
Final seconds ticking off the clock here in round number 1. See the choke at the end there, but it doesn't really seem to be in. Keith Peterson was taking a look anyway.
There's been some controversy tonight. We don't want any more.
If you didn't catch the main card on UFC Fight Pass and we're done here, be sure and fire that up. I know we got the UFC tonight. Interesting light heavyweight main event there. I took Johnny Walker in that fight, but I'm not sure. Thiago Marreta Santos, dangerous man as well. So
he is a dangerous man, but I'm not sure he's been the same since he fought John Jones. You know, and that directly correlates to like the double knee surgery he had.
That's it. You know, these knee surgeries, and is he back? He says he is. As we take a look here at some of that action.
Oh, we see that big Robinson right hand leads to a takedown attempt, but Nick Gebhardt's got some tricks up his sleeve. You see him stuff it, wrap up the neck, and he attempts a choke right here. But Robinson also has tricks up his sleeve. He defends nicely with the 2-on-1, with the baseball bat on that choke arm, move it out of harm's way.
Second round.
And it was a real back and forth round. Don't want to be a judge to score that one.
No question. All right, round number 2. Nick Gebhardt in the gray and red. Black tights there for Dominic Robinson. Hit him with the big shot, and rushing after him. Has to be careful.
Wow.
Onto the choke.
Now he's got a choke. This is a choke. No, no, he doesn't.
He wanted it. He had him wobble. Now he's still on that neck. Trying to roll him to the side here and sink this choke in.
He's sweeping him. He's on top now. He's still got the guillotine. He switches. Got the back now.
Dominic Robinson, a world of hurt here. Looks like he took out some blood from earlier. Looked like some blood on the canvas. Might be trickling out right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Probably from his nose. It looked like he got rocked a little bit with one of those big punches.
Nick Gebhardt now attacking that neck. He's a little off to the side here, but he's squeezing. He's got the choke hand behind the head, and that's the tap. I thought I saw a tap. Was I wrong? I may have been wrong.
I think he's just trying to pull that top hand, which is the right thing to do. But Nick still got his forearm underneath the chin.
Look at that. Robinson does not want to give up, and you can see Gebhardt just cinching that thing in. Keith Peterson looking right into the face of Dominic Robinson. Chin is tucked, but that squeeze is still tight. Blood streaming down from underneath the right eye. But he battles the arms away.
Gebhardt's got a body lock on.
Gutsy work there from Robinson.
It really was.
Still in a bad spot here, though. Gebhardt immediately back. Maybe trying to cinch this in. There a little gable grip action there. Didn't quite connect the hands, but he's doing the squeeze that side. Robinson still, the head red, now more of a traditional. Still continuing that squeeze. But he battles the hand once again. Textbook defense.
Yeah. Great toughness by Robinson. Great tenacity by Gebhardt, staying with it.
That'll be the end of round number 2. Robinson did not want to give up. Kudos to him. Big damage under that right eye. Looks like some swelling there as well.
A big cut, hematoma, looks like underneath the right eye.
Oh, they're going to wave it off. Yeah.
They've got to. That thing just grew in leaps and bounds since I first started talking about it.
Yeah, Keith Peterson just called it off. That's the end. And it is wild, right? It literally grew in the time that he walked back there.
The thing's a golf ball at this point.
And you can see Nick Gebhard, who suffered 2 losses, celebrate his first win as we watch the replay.
Well, let's take a look at, that's the shot right there that caused that damage. Nick Gebhard relentless on this choke for the whole 2 minutes of the second round. You see him trying to wrap it up. Here's another attempt at a different choke, rear naked choke. Dominic Robinson, too tough though, man. His defense on point. And you see now that bag of ice applied to that giant hematoma. Nick Gebhard right in front of us now with the double bicep pose. You know he's feeling good. He started 0-2, gets his first taste of victory. And I can't wait to see him again here at CFFC Next Generation Division.
Big moment for that young man. As you said, 2 losses to start his career, continued to work to get better, now gets the taste of victory for the first time. Big moment for him. Frustrating for Dominic Robinson. Listen, loses in his debut, but you're not going to question that man's heart moving forward, are you? Look at the damage under that right eye, and he was pissed.
Yeah,
he said, I want to keep going.
He's mad it got stopped. But when you see that thing, it looks like some practical horror movie effects.
Looks like we're getting Dr. David Sarnoff in the cage to do all the formalities. We know what happened here. This is a referee stoppage, do that damage at the end of round 2. Big victory for Nick Gebhard. But there's a man that says it way prettier than me, so let's put him on the microphone right now. Dr. David Sarnoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice by the cage side physician, your winner by TKO at the end of the second round, out of the red corner, Nick Gebhard.
Big moment for Nick Gebhard. You see the excitement there, as we said, started out 0-2, battles here, was all over Dominic Robinson. You can see the swagger there,
He's
huh?
so excited. I'm happy for him.
I love it, man. I love to see that. You know, battle through some adversity and then come back and pick up that win. You grow from it. That's what the Next Gen Division's all about. And like I said, Dominic Robinson, I mean, that dude deserves credit for his toughness, no question about it.
He'll be back too. I mean, look at this shot right here that did that damage. Bang! I wonder if he didn't catch a knee in that same eye.
He might have.
You know, like, I have to take a closer look at it. And like, Gebhard didn't throw a knee. He just sprinted at the man.
And
either way.
Kept attacking that choke all the way around. So, great stuff there. Let's take a look at what's still to come this year from Cage 3 Fight Championships. We revealed this schedule earlier during the UFC Fight Pass broadcast, but look at this. Double header in Philadelphia at the end of October. That's later this month. We're going to go back to Mississippi in November for CFFC 103, and then we're going to wrap up the year with a double header as well in New Jersey, CFFC 104 and Fury Professional Grappling 3. Love to see the growth of the CFFC organization, and we're going to keep the entertainment going here to close out the year.
We should add more shows because I'm just not busy enough.
Yeah, I was thinking, man. I mean, this all elite wrestling thing, that's not really that big of a deal for you, right? I mean,
No,
add some shows.
It's not time consuming at all.
Not in the least. Let's balance more on the schedule. And we can get it where it's just in the same town every night. You know what
listen,
I mean?
I'm having the time of my life. I just miss sleep. That's all. You know?
It's been great to see you back in the action, Punk. It's if you haven't seen all elite wrestling, do it. The man's getting the superstar treatment over there. Let's continue here, though. For now, our next matchup takes place at heavyweight with Daimir Rapa returning to action after 7 years away and facing Ian Alston, who steps in on short notice. This is the hammer right here, Ian Alston, 24 years old, made his amateur debut back in 2018. He is 0-1 in the CFFC's Next Gen Division. That lone decision loss in the CFFC cage was back in March of 2019 to Greg Velasco, who we saw pick up a victory earlier tonight on our main card. So a tough matchup there. His amateur debut back in May of 2015, that was a submission loss to John Jones, of all people, if you can believe that.
I can't believe it.
I don't know if that's John Jones, but the man's name was John Jones. So he has already fought John Jones in his career. You got to think the confidence that brings for the Hammer is just immeasurable.
I understand there's a police car that also recently lost to John Jones.
Oh my goodness, we get casual on the Postlims. The Hammer making his way to the cage. Ian Alston.
I'm not fighting John Jones. I'm not stupid.
Oh, man. Celebrate. He's feeling it. Let's meet his opponent tonight. While I'm intrigued by Alston stepping in on short notice, I'm also intrigued by Daimir Rapa as well. He is 1-0 in his career, but Punk, that win came back in 2014. The man is back 7 years later.
Listen, I'm the master of the 7-year layoff, right? And so it's just, we gotta see if Daimir Rapa still got it. I still had it.
I mean, was there a little bit of cage rust after 7 years away? A little bit of ring rust over there at AEW?
Terrified.
We'll see how he feels here at Parks Casino. That's a heck of a lengthy layoff. But, boy, you think about the amount of things he could have changed between then and now.
Yeah, a lot of questions, right? Like, was he training? Did he take time off? Or did he go overseas? Did he inherit any money? You know, there's a lot of things that can happen in 7 years.
Couple relationships along the way. Who knows?
A couple. Maybe a horrible divorce. We don't know.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. It won't have all that information that you're seeking, but it does have some numbers here. As you can see, pretty similar in height and weight, even though it's a heavyweight bout. Just 8 pounds separates them. Rapa a little bit older at 28, returning from that lengthy layoff. Let's see if he can keep it perfect. Let's take it to Dr. David Sarnoff.
Today, this bout of the afternoon is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the CFFC heavyweight division. This bout has been brought to us by RK Chevrolet of Vineland. Jimmy, you guys do it right. Now, standing to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 225 pounds, fighting for Daniel Gracie Team and Semper Fi MMA out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Ian the Hammer Alston. Now, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 217.8 pounds, fighting for American MMA and wrestling out of Penns Grove, New Jersey, Daimir the Don Rapa. Referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Gasper Papi Chulo Oliver.
Papi Chulo in the cage once again. Ian Alston in the black, Daimir Rapa in the white and gray. Heavyweights here, although both were comfortably under that heavyweight limit.
Yeah, but next gen heavyweights, 2-minute rounds. I love to see it. Guaranteed some action.
Rapa on the lengthy layoff here. Holding the center of the cage right now. Alston shifting laterally. Punch is thrown there and then backs away. Patience here from both men. Big low kick there from Rapa. Alston just kind of stalking forward right now, but really yet to pull the trigger. Jab there from Rapa scores. Also swings back. Opening minute gone here. Oh, tricky little right hand. Uppercut.
Interesting. Rapa with the wide stance.
Opening kind of loading up on that one shot. Rapa switching stances there. Left hand, but it's answered. Also throws a big right moving forward there.
I was going to say, Rapa's got his hands just dangerously low, and I got to think he's just trying to get a takedown. Takedown
that single leg, yeah.
Ian Alston's takedown defense good. You saw him doing a couple different things there, stuffing the head. Got his foot back down on the mat now.
Final 10 seconds here, this opening round. Rafa trying to get a little takedown here late. See if he can curry a little judge's favor with a late takedown, but instead, Alston is up to the challenge. Round 1 in the books.
Ian Alston very aware of where our cameras are. He's a showman. I'd love to see it. Not taking a stool, just listening to his coach, getting some hydration. Daimir Rapa, however, on his stool. And listen, that can be intimidating. If I'm the guy that's sitting on a stool and I look over and I see my opponent and he's standing up.
Why is he not tired? Why does he not need a break?
Psychologically, it will mess with you.
No question about it. Alston over there. Take a look here at Rapa as well. Long time away. Did that first 2 minutes wearing him more than expected? Was there an adrenaline dump? We'll see as we go into round 2. Alston again never bothered to sit down. He's ready to go. Aware once again that he was on the screen. Made sure to
Round
give a shot.
2, action.
Oh, big shots countered over the top there.
Yeah, I think maybe Alston's corner recognized how low the hands are of Rapa.
Rapa threw that big left hand as well. Starting to loosen up a little bit. Big men throwing big punches.
There's the takedown attempt that we all knew was coming.
Oh, right hand over the top, and Alston gave him that Dustin Poirier point, didn't he?
I love it.
Oh, the big right hand back from Rapa as well. They're starting to bang it out here in round number 2.
And you see, you can feel and hear the crowd come alive. People still packed in the Parks Casino. Man, Alston's just talking to him.
He really is. He's having a full-on conversation there. Rapa tried to grapple, not there. Big left hand for Rapa as he disengages. Alston hit that big shot to the body.
Oh, wow, big right hand. Caught Rapa coming in. Lines up underneath Alston.
45 seconds remaining here in round number 2. Alston setting up on top. Just pushing down on the chin and the face. Rapa trying to keep things tight there, trying to keep from posturing up. Big punches and elbows to the chest and body. Of course, next gen division here, can't ground and pound to the head. That's why he's not targeting the punches there. Rapa trying to sit up right here against the fence, see if he can get back to his feet. Instead, final 10 seconds running off the clock. It looks like we're going to finish here in this position. Also trying to get a little bit more damage here.
I'd say that's Alston's round.
Yeah, no question about it. Nice work there from Ian Alston.
Good show of respect there, too. Sportsmanship helps up Daimir Rapa. Let's take a look at a couple of these shots, some of this action in the second round of this next-gen heavyweight bout. You see a big right hand. We're just throwing meat hooks at this point. Lands, but not super clean. And right here, running in, I think Daimir gets blasted with a hammer from Ian Alston. Lines up underneath him. And that's how we finish the round, and we're heading for round 3.
I like that little nastiness from Alston there. You just put the hand on the chin, the mouth, kind of push it back. Let's see Alston.
There he is again.
Aware once again of exactly where the cameras are. He's going to give you all the footage you need to start building the profile.
New Jersey versus Pennsylvania, third and final round.
Wow. Stoking the rivalry. It's Dr. Dave Sarnoff as we go into round number 3 here. Oh, big right hand landed there from Alston. Rapa immediately shoots in, wants to tie this thing up a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the right hand hurt him. Staggering there a little bit is Rapa.
Alston with a big kick to the body.
A lot of time. Oh, big left hand there as well. back and forth on the feet. Rapa wants a takedown. Perfect sprawl from Alston.
I think Alston hit him with a palm strike in there somewhere, too.
Alston controlling here from the front. Talking to his corner. Maybe trying to attack the neck here. He's taking a look up. Maybe switch around to the back.
He's got a minute to work here. Let's see if he can get a finish.
Looking his options here. Holding that right ankle to keep Rapa from escaping.
Yep. Throwing knees from the top. Love to see it.
Trying to stay busy here. Time ticking off the clock here. 40 seconds remaining here in our third and final round. Rapa does get back. Oh! Rapa crawled back to his feet, nearly gave him his neck. We reset. Rapa throwing a big left hand there. Also going to try to tag him again. I love it. Pushing till the end. Still throwing big shots is Rapa. Alston just walking forward, determined. There's that tricky little right hand again.
Get the feeling he throws that a lot in training.
Big left hand there. They're gonna swing till the end. Let's get it, boys. Big shots in the pocket. Final seconds ticking off the clock. That'll do it. Fun stuff till the very end there. For these two heavyweights, they'll show each other a little bit of respect.
I love a good next-gen heavyweight scrap. It's always fun. Always.
Good stuff.
UFC, here I come, baby.
Once again.
Don't forget, don't blink.
Don't forget, don't blink. The man knows where the cameras are. That's a character, Ian Alston.
2 days notice, baby. 2 days.
And listen, we got some activity going on outside the cage right now. I don't want to take away from these two gentlemen as we watch some of the replay, but we're going to have a little surprise for you after this.
There's a good knee by Alston right there, followed up by a good right hand. Oh, man, and that one definitely hurt Rapa. You see him backing up, and every time he got hurt, he would try to go for a takedown, but they wound up standing toe-to-toe, slugging it out as the round ended. It's a good fight. A lot of fun.
That's what you want, right? Big heavyweights getting there, swinging it out, and they were doing that to the very end. You know, tricky little right hand there. Tricky little right hand.
Scoop uppercut.
Alston celebrating, rightfully so. And I don't know what the official production call is, but can I just go ahead and say there's a man between us now who's probably celebrating a little bit as well. We'll put him on camera in a bit, but the champ is here.
No man shall come between us, John Morgan.
We'll get this man talking about a fantastic performance, man. Absolutely dominant work from Pumi Nakuto earlier today, man. Great stuff. If you didn't catch that on the main card, go ahead and dial that up at UFC Fight Pass. You're not going to get to watch him on Fight Pass much longer. He'll be on ESPN Plus and pay-per-view before we're talking about it, so enjoy it right now. But for now, let's take it up to Dr. David Sarnoff and get the official decision here.
Is it just me? Is it just me?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge 1 has the fight 29-28. Judge 2 has the fight 30-27. And Judge 3 has the fight 29-28. And your winner by unanimous decision, out of the blue corner, Ian the Hammer Alston!
Ian Alston, excited.
Dropping the hammer here at the Parks Casino.
Nice work. Is this guy a showman or what?
Yeah.
Fun stuff there from the heavyweight. He'll get to celebrate that victory. Ian Alston improves to 3-2-1, but looks like somebody to watch in terms of entertainment value, that's for sure. And somebody else to watch in terms of entertainment value. He's still got the belt wrapped over his shoulder right now. Pumi, how are you feeling, man?
Oh man, I'm feeling like $1 million. I feel like in my next fight I can make $1 million.
How about your next fight? You do commentary while you fight, because I feel like you could.
Hey, if they let me, I would have come out here and hopped on the microphone, but the guy was trying to shoot me back in the ring.
You know, the
You're
commission,
wild,
they had to get you set up. But listen, man, a dominant performance, man. I couldn't help but notice, honestly, despite going 4 rounds, it barely looked like you were breathing hard. And I don't want to disrespect Miguel Diaz because that guy stepped up and brought it, but what a dominant performance from you tonight.
I mean, look, man, first things first, I got to say big ups to Miguel Diaz. He took this fight on 3 weeks' notice when a lot of people said no. But at the end of the day, man.
I said no.
I mean, CM Punk, I asked him to fight me. He did say no. I told him I'd see him on Dynamite instead.
That's awesome. Well, you did it great outside of the cage. Let's see what you can do on the mic. I know you got those skills. Don't show them too much. I still need this job, Pumi. I haven't forgot about
Hey,
that.
you know what? Instead of taking your job, can I just join you guys on commentary?
Let's do that. Yeah, there we go.
You're here.
All right, let's get going. It's our second to last fight of the night here in our Postlims. It's Bantamweights clashing next. It's local fighter Riley Palmer looking to follow up on a successful amateur debut when he takes on New Jersey's William Holguin. William Holguin there making his debut. First time stepping into the cage. My goodness. Getting boos right away. Get used to it, my man. Jeez. Oh, I see a middle finger over there. That's not nice of you, sir.
Well, William Holguin is known in these parts for the man who will steal your prom date.
Apparently so.
I mean,
He's filled many a gas tank with sugar in his past. This man is notorious.
I don't know what he did to anybody in the crowd, but they are not liking this guy.
Talk about being in hostile territory. Look at this, man. I don't think we can show some of what these people are saying over here.
Definitely not. I'll tell you what, though. He looks unfazed coming into the ring. He's still keeping his mind on the game. But holy moly, this guy's got a crowd against him tonight.
What an atmosphere.
He's got heat. He's got heat.
Your debut, and that's what you got to deal with. Let's try to shake that off. All right, the reason the crowd's against him is because of this man, Riley Palmer. Made his debut back in CFFC 98. That was in July. Picked up a decision win over Renato de Azevedo down at Philadelphia's 2300 Arena. He's fighting out of Richboro, Pennsylvania. It's 20 minutes up the road here. That's why he's got this huge cheering section for him tonight, representing Marquez MMA. And those boos for the other man have turned into cheers for Riley Palmer as he looks to stay perfect early in his career in this bantamweight action.
I see a lot of Riley Palmer shirts in the crowd. Those are attached to the same people who are throwing double birds at his opponent, William Holguin.
Pumikuta, the champ, had some snacks delivered here.
Come on, man.
When you're the champ, you just say, hey, bring me some snacks, and they bring you snacks.
When you're the champ, Rob Hayda gives you Cool Ranch Doritos, and he gives you a bunch of
some off-brand Cheetos. I wouldn't brag about that.
I was actually just about to brag about him.
You don't ever get snacks.
Hey, look, man.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape real quick. Enough of the tail of the snacks. Let's look at this. Riley Palmer, the youngster, 23 years old. William Holguin is in hostile territory at 32, making his debut. We'll see how things play out here. Our second to last bout of the night. Let's take it, Dr. David Sarnoff.
Today, this bout of the afternoon is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the CFFC Bantamweight division. This bout has been brought to us by none other than Parks Casino. Now, standing to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting for Fight Club headquarters, Riverdale, New Jersey, William Holguin.
I love this.
Now, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 136 pounds, fighting for Marquez MMA out of Richboro, Pennsylvania, Riley Palmer. Referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Keith Peterson.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for this one.
This is great, right? What an atmosphere.
I'm smelling a finish here, right? Like
I thought you were smelling the Cool Ranch Doritos.
I do smell that as well. All right, Holguin moves forward. Palmer immediately on the back.
good Lord.
Quick action. He's got the back already.
He's got the choke. No, he's still got the seatbelt. I'm just excited, and I said there was going to be a finish, so naturally.
Naturally, CM Punk just wants blood.
Right. Boy, do I.
Right now, he's got that seatbelt grip. He's still trying to hold on to it. Nice tight waist with his left hand. Let's see if he can sink both of those hooks in real quick.
Yeah, Holguin did a good job of clearing those hooks. Now rolls over to his back. Palmer staying with him, though. Maintaining that body lock around the waist and throwing in those left hands again.
Heavy
Target the head, but he's landing big shots to the chest and body.
Reminds me of somebody else who just fought tonight.
A little bit of ground and pound. I saw a little bit of ground and pound. Can he get to that crucifix though? That's what we'll see.
That's when it's really turbo time.
I love it. Side control here for Palmer. He is trying to step over.
He is. He was taking notes.
He was inspired, my man. Steps over to mount instead. 50 seconds remaining in this opening round.
Heavy pressure early.
Palmer's kept this crowd happy. Look at that. The hand over the mouth there. Just that dirty fighting inside.
I'd like to see an Ezekiel choke by Hogan. Oh, no.
Yeah, just powered up, got to his feet. 30 seconds remaining as they tee off there. Hogan trying to commit.
Beautiful takedown.
Excellent timing.
Hogan seems to be a little bit too excitable on his feet. Like he's throwing to obviously end the fight.
And is that the finish CM Punk was talking about?
It might be.
Right arm looks under the neck as he looks for the squeeze. He's trying. Final seconds ticking off the clock.
It's under the neck.
Can he hold on? Oh, he lets it go. Woo. Toughness there in his debut from Hogan, who found himself in a very bad position, but refused to give up.
Oh, man. I want to see more, man. I'm excited for these next 2 rounds. Let's go.
Take a look at Palmer there. Excellent round for him. I think Hogan tried to sit down. Somebody moved the stool for him.
Talk us through this this first big takedown here, Pumi. We're going to show everybody here a replay from the first round.
I mean, obviously, beautiful timing on the shot. Just drives his hips in, and the guy turns his back to try and get up, circles right to the back, man. Got one hook in, tries to get the choke, didn't exactly get it, but hey, man, that's as dominant as you can get in that first round. Got full mount, got a couple takedowns, took the back, almost got the rear naked choke finish. As you see here, he's laying on the ground and pound heavy on top. Man, he's looking a little bit like me in the main event tonight. I like it.
I like how Riley Palmer was very considerate of the Parks Casino mask mandate, and he was like, you gotta wear a mask, so he covered up his face for him.
He covered up his face for him.
Great work there from Riley Palmer. He's got the vocal cheering section. I'm telling you right now, Parks Casino crowd is on their feet. He's brought a crew here.
These guys look like they're about to throw in this one. Let's go.
Hogan in his debut looking to do something on the feet. You see Palmer immediately inside on that takedown again. Hogan able to stay up. Palmer continues to chain wrestle, drops him to the ground.
Yeah, just muscled him over.
Yep.
And Hogan came out this time in the ready to defend the wrestling, and he just can't seem to stop the takedown ability of Riley Palmer.
Absolutely relentless takedowns by Palmer. I mean, sweeping the leg. Right now the guard's open. He should be stepping over. Let's see what he does from here.
Postured up against the cage there is Hogan, kind of limiting some of his options, what he can do there.
Yep.
Palmer certainly knows that as he grinds away with that head position right on the chin.
I was just going to say, man, that against the cage, that head pressure is huge. But way to work out.
Scramble there from Hogan,
Yep.
trying to make something happen. No twisting leg locks available to you in this. You can do a straight knee bar in the arm there as
I was
well.
trying to manipulate the arm, man. I like it so far. If I'm Hogan, I'm at least going to try and use it to get up and get out of this this bottom position.
Yeah, kind of found himself with that right arm in control there. He's going to try to do something with it. Kind of an odd angle for him to work, but he's trying. He's got that leg tied in there as well. Weird position here for Riley Palmer.
Weird position here. Let's see if he uses it to get up. Look, man, if you don't get the sub from bottom, you got to at least get the sweep. You got to at least get it to neutral position. Did a great job of that. Now let's see what he does with this front headlock.
He's going to get taken down because...
CM Punk called it. He called it.
Right there in his corner, if you can see this crowd just going absolutely nuts. The commission's trying to push these people back. The swell of his fans over there, thrilled with what they're seeing right now.
It feels like Fight Club with those guys, man. They're about to break through that guardrail.
Looks like we're going to get a third round here.
Chanting Riley's name as he finishes the round on top.
Nice, man.
Excellent work there. Listen, credit to Hogan in his debut. It looked a little overwhelmed in round number 1. In round number 2, he came back and made it a scrappy little affair, but it was Palmer who was able to get to the dominant position.
Now, if I'm Hogan, man, if I'm his corner, I'm telling him, you need that finish. Go out there, go for broke, try and make a statement. Winning this next round isn't going to be enough, man. You got to get this guy out of here.
And it's hard to do, right? Because what's happened to you over the course of 2 rounds is you've been nullified by dynamic wrestling.
Yep.
So you can't engage in grappling. You have to try to knock Riley Palmer out.
Yep.
And you'll see right here, like, I mean, Riley's just throwing him around. He's always on the legs. He's always trying to advance his position. You see him right here. He's trying to step over. And right here, when you think maybe Holguin's got a choke, Riley just switches to a single, picks him up, and puts him down.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Let's see if Holguin can get this finish, and let's see if Riley can stay on top here in this third round.
Round number 3, Holguin fighting in the hostile territory.
Round.
But he's made it a scrap so far. See if he can do something special. As you said, Pumi, he's definitely down 2 rounds to none right now.
If I'm him, man, I'm going forward. I don't want my back against that cage, because as soon as Palmer shoots, he gets him against the cage, he's getting that big takedown.
Shoots in low. Avoided the uppercut there from Palmer. Holguin.
Beautiful sprawl. Now let's see if he can work.
Back to the feet after that initial takedown attempt. Palmer slips underneath. Holguin trying to stay upright.
This is not where Holguin wants to be, man. He's got to swim for those underhooks. At least get that left underhook, circle towards that left side, and get off that cage. Uh-oh, what do we got?
Low knee, he's grabbing the cage to hold him there.
No nonsense, Keith, man. That's it. No nonsense over there.
Did you imagine if he DQ'd him right now, this place would go off?
I would be ducked under this table like Brendan Fitzgerald.
I mean, Holguin better get out of here if that's the case.
Oh, he tried to
right
tee
hand.
up that big right. Holguin trying to press. He does need a finish here. 1 minute left in his third and final round. He needs something. Palmer threw the big right. Wanted to get inside on the takedown. Not quite there.
Holguin's chin just straight up in the air.
Now this is what you're seeing in the pocket. Whenever Holguin comes in tight, or whenever Palmer comes in tight, Holguin's dropping his hands, and that's making the stand-up a lot more harder for him. And then as soon as he brings him back up, Palmer's right back in on those legs, back in top position.
And they're right in front of us right now. 30 seconds to go here.
If I'm Holguin, man, use that underhook. Use it to swim up. You got to get back on your feet, man. We got 26 seconds to work.
Yeah, he just let go of that underhook.
Oh, man.
Digs it in there again, but framing down is Palmer.
Tell you what, man, relentless pressure by Palmer. You can see why he got that first win. Oh, man, you hear the crowd right now?
Crazy.
You hear the crowd right now?
There's freaks here in Philadelphia.
I need these guys on my side, man.
Absolute freaks.
Freaks.
Look at that. He's just going to grind into the neck there at the close.
Good win, man. Good win. Relentless pressure. Great wrestling. Riley Palmer, man, keep it up. I want to see him again.
Completely agree with you there, sir. Great respect there between these two fighters. Holguin took a tough assignment, hostile territory in his debut. Made it the best fight he could, but Riley Palmer looks like he should move to 2-0. And the local kid did well here. Fantastic supporting crowd here, getting to see this.
Third round action you see right here. Riley Palmer almost says, I know I can beat your wrestling, but I want to try to knock you out. And then says, nah, you know what? I'm going to beat your wrestling. But when it's there, you got to take it, right, Boomy?
Look, man, when it's there, you might as well take it. It is a path of least resistance. You're not gonna get hit on the feet. You know what I mean? It's great work, man, by Riley.
Yeah, and you know that's his second fight. He looks pretty special so far. Can't wait to see the way his career advances.
No question. Listen, he's gonna have plenty of opportunities to show that. We've got a full roster of events still to come here. Get the shin guards off there from
Get
Riley
those things
Palmer.
off that man. Let him celebrate real quick.
Said, I'm not going to be wearing these things much longer in my career if I keep fighting like that. Nice work there from Riley Palmer. He's I think he still wants to go a few rounds.
Yeah, man.
All right. We think we know who's taking this home, but let's take it up to Dr. David Sarnoff to make it all official.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have the fight 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated out of the red corner, Riley Palmer.
By the way, we're going to let the young man speak with CM Punk. Crowd wants it.
I wasn't going to interview you, and then some of these animals over here to my right said, Punk, you better go interview Riley. Man, you got a lot of brothers. Who are all these people?
Hey, people I went to school with, people I train with, these all have been friends of mine my entire life, and they're going to keep riding for me.
This is your second fight in the next gen division. I'm always excited to watch you fight. You prove every time you come in here, you got a great corner, you got a great team, you got a great cheering section. What do you want to do next?
Shit, man, I want to work my way towards the title.
All right. Are you ready for those longer rounds? Are you ready for deeper water? Are you ready for tougher competition?
I'm ready for whatever you guys throw at me. I'll be ready.
All right, good enough, or do you want me to ask him more questions, you freaks? You people are animals. Give it up for Riley. Let's go.
I love it. How great is that? We weren't going to interview the local kid, but man, what a cheering section he had, and they enjoyed that performance by Riley Palmer. Man, it's been a fantastic night of fights. I guess day of fights. I said night of fights. That's just the default. It's been a fantastic day of fights. Riley Palmer looking good at 2-0 now. And let's take a look at the CFFC action that's still to come later this year. I know if you're watching this, you're enjoying it. How could you not? We'll be back at the end of the month for a doubleheader. Fury Professional Grappling and CFFC 102. We're going to go back to Mississippi in November. And then, of course, doubleheader to wrap up the year in New Jersey in December with CFFC 104 and Fury Professional Grappling 3. So plenty of CFFC action still to come. This was our main card action. Listen, if you didn't see it earlier tonight, make sure you log into UFC Fight Pass. You go catch the replay because we had some highlight reel stuff from start to finish, some great fights. And, of course, the big moments all led up to the big title fight as well. And it was Nakuto who was putting in work, retaining his belt.
That young stud.
Cage Fury Fighting Championship Flyweight title holder Nakuto. Man, Pumi, that was a phenomenal performance, really dominant. I can't praise you. I don't want to pat you on the back too much, but we were just so impressed. Did you walk away saying like, hey, that was 100% execution for me?
Look, man. Every time I step in here, I feel like it's 100% execution. I don't mean to sound cocky, but whether it's in that ring or in the booth with you guys, I always feel good and I'm always killing it.
He did good when he fights, he defends his belt, and then he comes out here and he does commentary with us. What more can you ask for?
That's it, and I'm still looking pretty.
That's 2 paychecks, Rye Paydeck.
The man can do it all.
Hey, you heard him. You got to give me more than Cool Ranch Cheetos after this one. I want another paycheck.
I think the Cool Ranch Cheetos were your paycheck.
Nakuto doing it on the mic as well. All right, guys, we got one fight left to go. Let's get there, shall we? Mark Gray and Justin Carter are going to close us out here for our final fight of CFFC 101. Featherweight title on the line here, so we'll go to 3-minute rounds in the next gen division. The man you see here, Justin Carter, coming to us with a perfect record of 4-0. They call him Wild Card. Stepping into the CFFC cage for the very first time. He's going to get a chance to take home a belt in this next-gen featherweight title matchup. 10th Planet and Wild Card Academy, fighting out of Newark, New Jersey. Considers himself a kickboxer and a wrestler. Great combination of skills there. Again, we'll go to 3-minute rounds in this title matchup. We'll also be removing the shin pads as well.
Yeah, man. What I like about these fights, man, these are as close to pro fights as you're going to get as an amateur, man. And I love the idea of getting as many of these kinds of fights in, man, so that by the time you go pro, you're ready, you're experienced, you've been in the thick of the fire, you know what it feels like to get those shins cracked a little bit, you know what I mean, bone on bone. Let's see what we got here, man. I'm excited for this fight.
Absolutely, a couple undefeated studs. That is Justin Carter. Let's meet his opponent as well. This is a man you may be a little bit more familiar with if you're an avid CFFC fan. This is Mark Gray, undefeated at 3-0 as well. But all 3 of those fights are taking place here in the CFFC Next Gen Division. And Puma, you said it, getting the experience. It's funny, Can you explain, because when people say, oh, well, they're going from 2-minute rounds to 3-minute rounds. Punk has pointed this out before you. So it sounds like, oh, 1 minute. It's also 50% longer, right? I mean, how much of a difference is there between 2 and 3 minutes?
I'll tell you what, man. When you got the anxiety of fighting, right, the nerves kicking in, that extra minute really does mean a lot, man. That's more ground and pound. That's more squeezing you got to do on the muscles.
Yep.
If you're not trained, you're not ready for that, man. That extra minute can feel like an eternity in that ring.
More exhaustion, more lactic acid.
Exactly,
it's just, it's a world of difference. It really is.
It's a world of difference, but it's one step closer to 5 minutes, man. At the end of the day, my man in the corner looks ready over there. My man coming in the ring right now from Nakuto looks ready. I'm excited, man. This is a big title fight.
I am as well. As we take a look at the tail of the tape in this featherweight matchup, is our final fight of the day here at CFFC 101. You see the perfect career records. Justin Carter, just 22 years old, but Mark Gray fighting for the 4th time in just 7 months. It's all been in the CFFC cage, and it's been impressive. Let's take it to Dr. David Sarnoff.
Today, this bout of the afternoon is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds for the Next Gen Featherweight Championship. This bout has been brought to us by Reload Meal Prep. Now, standing to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 146.8 pounds with an undefeated record of 4 wins and no losses, fighting for 10th Planet and Wildcard Academy out of Newark, New Jersey, Justin Wildcard Carter. Now, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in 146.4 pounds, fighting for Nakuto MMA out of Island Heights, New Jersey. Also with an undefeated record of 3 wins and no losses, Mark Hunter Gray.
All right, guys, you know the rules. Protect yourself all the time. Obey my commands. Touch gloves if you like. Let's keep it clean.
Third man in the ring, once the bell rings, Gasper Papaciuli Oliver.
Papi Chuli, Papi Chulo,
I mean,
Papi Chulai.
it's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Man, it's been a long October, hasn't it? 2 days in.
All right, featherweight title on the line here. Undefeated fighters in there.
What's interesting is on paper, like, you know, both undefeated. Mark Gray 3-0, Justin Carter 4-0. They're all decision wins. So you got to wonder, are they both going to try to wrestle? Are they going to nullify each other's wrestling?
That's usually what happens, man. You get 2 wrestlers that get against each other, they nullify the wrestling. But right now, man, it's not looking like that's the case. Mark Gray's on top.
Yeah, landed those big right hands. To his credit, Justin Carter got right back to his feet, but he took a couple shots as he did it. You can see Carter's trying to turn inside.
We've never seen Justin Carter here in CFFC. Mark Gray, we've seen 3 times in 7 months, and this is his fight. This is what he does. He will try to close the gap. He will try to grab a hold of you, and he will try to put your butt on the canvas.
Nice readjustment on the takedown. Went one direction, he started defending the other way, cut the corner, and drove across, man. I like it.
Textbook. His wrestling has been fantastic. We've seen it. Mark Gray is excellent. This is the Nakuto MMA product. Obviously, that's a camp that continues to grow and create talent. And this man looks like he could be one of them. Yep. Justin Carter got the right arm, and there you see Gray may try to set up this arm triangle. Carter felt it, pulled it back down.
Yeah, Mark Gray's corner consists of Shorty Santella, who's former CFFC champ.
Not a bad guy to have in your corner, man, especially if you're on the ground.
And Ryan Kim Cafaro, man who drinks bacon grease live on Instagram sometimes.
Serious?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Bacon grease? I don't know if I can do that.
These are the things you learn here in the CFFC broadcast. Carter, in the meantime, has scrambled back to his feet, wisely so. Once again, he'll try to work on turning inside, breaking that grip.
Beautiful, trying to hit him on the break. Missed, but I like the attempt, man. That's how you work in transition.
But that, to me, speaks to experience beyond what their records show, right?
Yes.
Like Mark Gray, a lot of guys won't separate that way. They just kind of separate, you know, and I mean, it's how Daniel Cormier lost or won his title from Stipe. Just on a break, throw a punch.
Come on, man. This guy CM Punk knows more about MMA than a lot of people, man. Come on. I like it.
Big left hand there from Gray. Drives in for the big takedown once again.
I only wish I was younger and I could have implemented my knowledge sooner.
Yeah.
I just love this sport so much.
I'll tell you what, man. Better late than never, you know?
Well, I never would have lived with myself if I never got a chance to do it.
Gotta chase your dreams, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Respect to you, sir. Now back in the all-elite wrestling ranks, doing it there. Right now, Justin Carter finding himself on the
Right now, Justin Carter's
defensive side of this.
Mark Gray's looking all elite right now.
Yes, he is.
Nice round one in the books there. I think Mark Gray was certainly the one getting it done with his wrestling. We said his wrestling has impressed us so far, and he's just a tank like that, man. He's just relentless. He's positionally does the right things. As we take a look at some of that first round action.
Well, we talk about doing the right things. He sees the kick coming from a mile away, and he just rushes, grabs it, and takes Justin Carter down. Now, I think the question is going to be, can he sustain this pace? Can he sustain this action? Because this is all work right here. It's not easy taking down Justin Carter, and he seems to be doing it at will. Here's a third one, shoots from range, and Justin Carter just doesn't have an answer for it. He immediately does the right thing and tries to stand up. You see him trying to stuff the head, but Mark Gray's just not letting him do it. Can Mark Gray sustain that pace for another 2-3 rounds?
Like we were just saying, man, this is not the normal 2-minute rounds that we're used to.
Action.
This is 3-minute rounds, so he's got to keep this pace up for another 6 minutes.
All right, round two, Mark Gray in the blue, Justin Carter in the white. Carter, I think, wants to try to strike a little bit. He's done well at getting back to his feet over and over, but I don't think he wants to be on his butt for any longer than he has to.
Yeah, but Mark Gray doesn't seem like he's anxious to shoot immediately and get a takedown. He's comfortable on his feet.
I'll tell you what, man, these feints by Mark Gray are really making the difference. Good sprawl so far, but he cuts the corner so beautifully. Well done. I love that, man.
Excellent technique on the second effort there. Got the fight to the floor. Carter immediately up to a knee, but look at that. Gray just sucks it right back out from underneath him.
The way he chains things together is really brilliant. You said he cut the corner. A lot of guys wouldn't do that. They would have kept trying to drive forward. Carter wouldn't have been able to stuff it.
Exactly.
Really, really high-level wrestling by Mark Gray.
Look, man, I like to think about it as you know, high-level human body physics, man. The weight starts leaning in one way, use it against him, man. Cut the corner, take it away from him.
And if you happen to have speed like a cheetah out there, that doesn't help. You know, it's okay, right? You know,
like a cheetah or like a turbo.
like a turbo.
Good jab. Now, look, he's got to work, man. Now he's already got one takedown against him in this round. We got 1:40 left. We're almost halfway through. So far, the round's not going his way. He's got to start making a statement, man. Justin Carter.
Carter switching stances a few times, firing out the jab there, but you can tell he's always worried about that takedown. And now that's kind of opened up some punches. That right touched him on the chin a little bit.
Yeah.
Gray's moving in there. Yeah, because having to bite on it.
Too.
Good underhook so far. Good underhook on that right side. He switches to the single, runs the pipe.
Right in front of us, how he beautifully did that. Like you saw, Justin Carter's got the wide stance. He's not, Mark recognizes immediately that he's not going to be able to get the double, switches to a single and runs the pipe.
I mean, that's as beautiful as it gets, man. I love seeing high-level MMA like that. I mean, coming out of a good camp like Nakuto's, man, that's what you're going to see.
Take a look into the corner right now. You can see the direction that's been given to him.
So right now, if I'm Justin Carter, man, I'm trying to fight those hands, break that grip. He's got to reverse position right now and get to work, man, because we got short time on the clock, 38 seconds. He's got to move or he's going to find himself in the same situation as the last fight where he needs that last round. He's back down on the mat.
Looks like he's bleeding out the mouth a little bit, too. Justin Carter, that is. At this point, with 30 seconds left in the second round, do you, as a fighter, if you're Justin Carter, do you immediately start thinking to yourself, well, I need to start doing something a little bit more out of the ordinary?
I mean, look, man, at this point, he's got to focus on getting up and getting out. But, I mean, right now, you know, Gray's got both of those hooks in. I'll tell you what, next round, though, if I'm Carter's coaches, if I'm Justin Carter, it's kill or be kill in that next round, man. You got to do or die, get that win, you know what I mean, or be upset with a decision.
Yeah, no question what the scores are right now heading into round number 3. Carter's going to need a finish. Again, now this will be the gut check time, right? You take a look at Mark Gray. You know, is he tiring at all? We talked about the longer rounds.
I'll tell you what, man. I like the body language of Mark Gray.
We see some of those
Beautiful
punches,
right
and that's that one that you saw, John, that touched him on the chin, got him going backwards. He hit another good one that seemed to stun him. And we got some ground and pound right here from Mark Gray, but he's always advancing position. I really like that. He didn't fall in love with the ground and pound right there. He realized that he needed to clear that leg, get side control, and he did just that.
And that takes experience and MMA IQ to do, man. Sometimes you get hungry for the wrestling, and sometimes you get too hungry for the punches. Way to mix it up.
All right, you see Mark Gray dominant so far. Can he be dominant again in round number 3 and walk away with this
Third and
featherweight
final
title? Or can
championship
Carter
round.
find something special here in this final 3 minutes?
This is for the title, man. You gotta book it, man. If we're Justin Carter, you gotta win that belt, win this round big.
Oh,
there you go.
That's what you need to do right there.
Yep.
Give it a shot.
Just
you know
a
you're
little
down.
bit more of that, man. But Mark Gray, man, feigning that takedown, coming up with big punches. Smart MMA IQ from this man. I love it.
Well, it's a dangerous position to be in when you're Justin Carter because you know you're down 2 rounds and you know you need to do something huge to win. And chances are that means you got to overcommit to something, and you know that's going to lead to you being taken down by Mark Gray.
I'll tell you what, man, though, it's better to overcommit and at least try than to not. And right now he's got Mark Gray on the outside of the black. He should be trying to go, man. Push him against the cage instead of the other way around.
Oh, nearly walked into something there. Has to be careful about that when he's changing levels, Mark Gray. But I think at this point maybe he wants to take down one more time, secure this thing. Look at this fake there in the punches. Giving Carter a lot to think about right here. Carter is pumping out that jab, throws the right hand behind it.
Now we can start to see, man, Justin Carter doesn't have as much pop on his punches as he did in that first and second round. That's what wrestling does, man. It gets that lactic.
Oh! There was the right hand!
Say that, he lands a right hand.
And immediately Mark Gray shoots in on a takedown. He says, nah, no thank you.
No, sir.
Back to the bread and butter.
That's got to be frustrating for Justin Carter because you just landed the best shot you've had of the fight. I think it did stun Mark Gray a little bit, but Gray immediately just shot forward, got the fight to the floor, and I think if you're Carter, that probably takes a lot out of you. That was my shot.
I'll tell you what, man, keep working, though. If I'm Carter, keep trying to work up, man. You got 1 minute, and you can call yourself a champion if you come out with this win. He's got to get up. But Mark Gray is so relentless. I love the pressure.
One hook in on that right-hand side as Carter turns to his knees. Now it's Gray briefly looking for the finish. Carter going to slip free or not.
Oh, man, that pressure is relentless.
I thought for sure Carter was getting back to his feet there, and Gray prevented that from happening, and now he's settled back on top again.
Yeah, forearm across the neck, making it ugly, making it uncomfortable. This guy's been in the room with some high-level people, man. You could tell because he's not doing things you see normal amateurs do. He's doing high-level techniques, high-level changes, trying to hit him off the break. We got 21
left
seconds.
there. Yeah, let's see if Carter can throw one more shot.
He tried.
Gray with that big takedown.
I mean,
Now a hammer fist
go
to
for
Gray.
broke, go for
Seconds
broke, kid.
ticking on the clock.
Get you your belt. Get you your belt.
Love it. Carter got back to his feet anyway. He didn't quit till the end. This is a great fight. I mean, Mark Gray is going to walk away as your champion, but Justin Carter, I think, showed us all something. A lot of heart and made that a fun fight. And Mark Gray, listen, Punk, we talked about this guy. We've seen him 4 times out here in the CFFC cage, and, man, he's caught our eye every single time. This man has got something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to talk to him after this, too, but it's been a pleasure to watch the journey, you know, from 3 2-minute rounds. Oh, is Justin Carter okay?
Oh, man.
What happened?
Look, man, that's what pressure will do to you, man. It's when you put that kind of a pressure on someone, they will eventually break, man. And Mark Gray doing a very good job.
Well, here's some of that pressure, and we see that right hand. That
but as soon as he gets that right hand,
looked like
he's
it
gonna
might have been
take that.
Nikita that was going to open the door for Justin Carter's big come-from-behind victory. But Mark Gray, he's got a chin on him, too, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Good chin, battle-tested, in on that double leg, ground and pound immediately. I mean, he's putting in his inner Khabib, inner Turbo, like ground and pound in there with the wrestling. I love it.
I feel like you should just go interview him at this point. You're taking all my other jobs.
Look, I'm not trying to take jobs, man. I want to join you guys up here, all right? I'm trying to be friendly.
We got space for you anytime. I think CM Punk's going to go in there and talk to Mark Gray. Justin Carter, you see the gathering of folks over there. He's exhausted after that. We talked about the pace. We talked about the aggression, man. Kudos to him for pushing until the very end. Doctors are going to be extra careful with him. It looked to me like he was just exhausted more than anything. So, he's giving a thumbs up. He's okay, but they're just going to be careful. In the meantime, let's take it over to our man, Dr. David Sarnoff, to get our decision read.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of championship action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have the fight 30-27. And your winner, still undefeated, and the new CFFC Next Gen Featherweight Champion of the World, Mark Hunter Gray.
Your new Next Gen champion. He's going to have a word with CM Punk.
All right, everybody, thanks for staying. I'm here with your winner and new CFFC Next Gen Featherweight Champion, Mark Gray. I got to ask you, it's a lame question, but tell me how you're feeling.
Feeling pretty good. I wanted that finish pretty bad, but, I just keep getting better and figuring out things, I've only been doing this for a year, so just trying to figure out things in the cage.
That's probably, to me at least, the most impressive thing. I've called all your fights. We've seen you fight 4 times in 7 months. What's the biggest difference between the 2-minute rounds and then the 3-minute rounds? You feel anything with that?
Yeah, that extra round, extra minute just to keep pushing. Whether you're getting a guy tired or, you might be feeling a little bit, just being able to keep going and just, building your lead.
You got hit with a right hand late in that 3rd round, and to me, it just proved that you're battle tested and you got a chin. Were you hurt at all?
Yeah, I was wobbled a little bit. That's why I found that leg, When in doubt, go back to that wrestling. It'll get you through things.
All right, it's been a pleasure to call all your fights. It's cool to call you champion now. You got a couple things to say to some sponsors, friends, anything, and who do you want next?
Thank you to all my sponsors, for being there for every fight. Grungo, Crulo, whoever. Just thank you so much, and, I'm enjoying. I'll be going pro soon, so get on to, hopefully be in the CFF cage more.
Do you want to defend that title, or do you want to go pro right away?
Yeah, I'll probably just go pro right away.
All right, that's a good answer. Ladies and gentlemen, your new featherweight champion, Mark Gray.
Nice work there from Mark Gray, now 4-0 in the CFFC Next Gen division, and it looks like he's ready to go pro. We'll see how he does in the CFFC professional ranks. He's got some talent. You talk about a base to work from, Pumi. I know you were impressed by what you saw in there. This man looks like the real deal.
I mean, relentless pressure, relentless ground and pound. Took it back whenever he could. I mean, this guy's ready for the pros. I want to see how he does in 5-minute rounds, man. Clear 3-minute rounds easy. Let's test this guy.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, Boone, it was a great pleasure to have you as always. Can't congratulate you enough. I mean, a phenomenal performance. If by any chance somebody didn't catch it, make sure you go watch it at Fight Pass. And, man, thanks for joining us in the booth as well. And I keep saying, maybe I'll see you at the UFC Apex soon. Calling some fights over there, man.
I'll see you on ESPN Plus, my brother.
I love it. You take a look at what CFFC has coming up. Again, we'll wrap up the month in Philadelphia. Fury Pro Grappling, CFFC 102 November. We're going to go to Mississippi for CFFC 103, and then another doubleheader at the end of the year up in New Jersey, CFFC 104 and Fury Pro Grappling 3. Busy slate still to come for the remainder of this year for Cage Fury Fighting Championships, which just keeps getting better and better. CM Punk, I got you back in here, man. Your thoughts on the night, man? Just I guess the day, actually, but a great one.
Yeah, listen, I always tell everybody that CFFC is where it's at. I think we send most people to UFC, and I'm waiting for a bad show, because sometimes you lay an egg, you know what I mean? Here at CFFC, we have yet to do so. Every single time fighters fall out, other fighters step up, they step in. We're sending people to Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series. I love this fight card. It had everything. It even had some controversy.
It did. We had some controversy. We had some highlights, but as you said, It's always phenomenal action every single time. As you saw, big slams in here. How about this? We even did it this afternoon in the Postlims. We had fun there. Big shots. It was fun. Watch the main card again on UFC Fight Pass. Tune in to us for the rest of the year. You got UFC going on in a minute. Check all that. We thank you for being here.